Chairwoman Lee, Ranking Member Sewell, and members of the committee, it really is my privilege to be here before you today. My background in elections goes back to right when I got out of college. I landed a job as an elections specialist, counting ballots when we were voting on punch cards and training poll workers. And I've had the unique opportunity to work my way up in a variety of roles along the way. And I can say I've seen just about everything when it comes to elections. And I stand proud to represent the state of Idaho here to really highlight that the 2024 election was one of the most successful in Idaho's history. We had a record 917,000 Idahoans head out to the polls and vote, which really stands out. But I also think, this committee, I think I came to your attention based on a local election. You mentioned that in your opening statement, Chairman. Regarding judicial review, right? Whenever there's an error, errors can happen in any election, but the ability to correct those errors, no matter how granular. We had an election that was determined. It was 47 votes versus 48 votes, and we put that before a judge to make sure that we could get the right result for that community. And that's the level of detail that we'll use in Idaho to get it right. Over the 2024 election, I think one of the biggest things that stands out, though, is our use of the SAVE database and the SAVE tools. Governor Little and I signed an executive order last summer, the Only Citizens Can Vote Act, to ensure that only American citizens were on our voter rolls headed into the November election. And we did a comparison with all of the data and had a close working relationship with DHS. But I think one of the telling things and something that you can do about this is we talk about the SAVE database or the SAVE program. It's not actually a program or a database. It's a patchwork of varying databases that really was never intended for election integrity work. And I think one of the things this committee can do is invest in the tools that we need as states to ensure that our voter rolls are accurate. I think that's something that all parties should be able to get behind, is the accuracy in our voter rolls. Additionally, I think one other thing that this committee can take up, and it was already mentioned before, is voter ID. 36 states already have some standard of voter ID. And when you look at polling, whether it's Pew or any other resource, it shows heavy bipartisan support. And most notably, last November, Nevada, and just 2 weeks ago, Wisconsin, the voters, when they get to choose, overwhelmingly choose for identification. We have the Real ID taking effect. We all see this when we travel. All of us experience it. This is something that we can do. I really look forward to the conversation today in terms of our elections and what Congress can do to help support us as states. But most importantly, I really stand proud of the work that all of the county clerks, the election workers, poll workers did to make sure that 2024 really was a success, both in Idaho and across our entire country. Thank you, Madam Chair.